So here we're going to go. Lemmings Effect versus l0wfly. ClanBase EuroCup 26 bronze match. It's on Limbus' third map in this series. Lemmings Effect's map pick with me, Disrepute and Vor.
Yeah, this should be a more even map, I think. Well, not that the last one wasn't that even, but you know, this is a map that both teams have looked quite good on at various times in the competition, group stages in particular. But I'd expect a close game on here.
Where's Lemmings Effect map pick? And is it, to me, it does actually kind of have a similar pace of play as Purgatory. So I think if anybody, it's going to favour them ever so slightly.
Well, we know that the strong rails of Lemmings Effect have been very dominant on this map this season, but
dominant in the first minute as well. 10-1. Well, where's the quad? Well, it's Kinku for some reason.
Quad's dead.
Quad is eliminated straight away, was it?
Yeah.
No, it's there. It's right there.
What? Then why are we not
wrong.
watching it? Why are we not watching it?
Because he got a kill right at the time Quad was picked up as we switched
Okay.
over. Here's Gwyn playing in that red room, 15-3. What a great start by Lemmings Effect.
Yeah, this is an ideal
Nice.
start. I mean, this is a dream start. This is the kind of start that l0wfly had on Purgatory.
Nice timing to attack the lightning gun area as well, as s0wfly had just picked it up. He just drops it straight away to Gwynplaine. Pretty bad mistake to make, potentially.
But it is. It does cost you. It adds up.
He's already got 2 or 3 frags out of it. Now that drop lightning gun, really. He already had one, but he needed the ammo. We're going to get this yellow armor as well. s0wfly going to go down.
I mean, talking about drop weapons, there's certain weapons that you shouldn't feel too bad about dropping, and you know, they're like a shotgun, a plasma. But when it comes to dropping lightning guns and rails and rocket launchers some of the time, you know, these are just weapons you really can't afford to drop, because you know, you drop a rail, that might lead to 5 or 6 kills.
I mean, a lot of it's situational as well. Like a shotgun, yeah, okay, you drop it in a big, wide open room. A shotgun, you just drop it down a tight corridor when you see your opponent's right there. You know, they can utilise it pretty effectively straight away. Even then, you know, it's quite a bad weapons drop. But as you say, something like a lightning gun, that's the gun you get lots of frags with.
Definitely, and if you're not getting lots of frags with it, you're still doing lots of damage with it.
Yeah, going to go a rush then, Gwynplaine with his teammates over this quad. l0wfly is going to find it difficult to challenge this one.
Especially through that tight new doorway that they've changed, or window.
There you go, quad pick, easy frag on 666.
But the bad thing as well is, you know, they didn't just let him pick it up easily, they didn't even look for any angles to try and shoot into the room.
No damage. There's a couple of railers there. That's actually
Nice
good
positioning.
They did get surrounded though, taken out by the rest of the Lemmings Effect team. So equally, both teams doing a good job in those positions. 666 then, you know, like picks up the lightning gun. Quad's right there. You're gonna lose out.
May even be able to guard this for a teammate, but no, he wants the ammo. I mean, that's just, I just never understand it. I mean, maybe you think the quad's weak, you can forgive it perhaps, but I really don't know. I just
Well, they had no
see it
reason
being
to
worth
believe
risking
it.
it.
Really, in that situation. I suppose they'd hit 2 rails on it, but 666 does get fragged. Yellow armor's going to be in the hands of Gwyn.
I mean, it's like that. If he hadn't have dropped the lightning gun, he wouldn't have been killed by the lightning gun in that case, because I think he'd have run out of ammo while 666 was dodging around the pillars. But as it is now, you know, Gwynplaine is having an easy time of running this popular route.
Dear.
He's doing a good job of it.
It's really nice where we saw, I think our first exposure to this kind of play on the yellows was from the Zyrings.
Yep,
Just
and
how
sometimes
effective
I think you can be a bit isolated on this route if you're not in the action at all, not picking up any frags. Then this route really is, you know, leaving your team short-handed elsewhere. But Sim from Gwynplaine, he's been picking up some kills, so it's working nicely.
Well, letting him really stack up on these yellows. Spawns was there.
Well, we're leading up to quads, so he's going to be looking very good if he can maintain the stack.
How well did that work out? Spawn's going in ahead of him, taking the entry damage.
And we've got 10 seconds to go again, and we're not seeing much presence from l0wfly here.
Here it comes, the railer is above. Does do some damage, but what's going to be fairly comfortably grabbed still. It does get railed in the back, and he's going to go down, so l0wfly did a decent job in the end there.
Yeah, this time, you know, they didn't grab it, but unlike last time, they made it very difficult to pick up, and they got the kill in the end. I think maybe Lemmings Effect could have provided better cover. They could have tried to push away the player raining in high, but perhaps easier said than done.
Impish is looking a little bit low on health there. That 25 will go some way to helping him, but there's a drop rail up here. He's railable, yeah. It's so dangerous. This is such a good spot though for people with the rail, especially to take up. Seems like there's a strong focus on the red room then by l0wfly.
Yeah, I mean, if you can use the red well, then it works out very nicely. I think sometimes though, you know, if you're not getting enough of the rails and not being able to use them well enough, then it isn't always the best part of the map to be.
So Incept just getting forced down and taken out. There's been a lot of lightning guns up and available on this map so far. I don't think the locks on them has been that effective. He does manage to dodge that first rail by Gwynplaine. Gwynplaine's going to be punished for that. Only left with 12 health. He did get the frag, but he's got like every gun to give away. Decided to keep the lightning gun though, interestingly. Probably the one gun that you really would want the extra health to use. Again, unusual choice by 666. I'm not sure he's really aware his teammate was behind him. Maybe he was. Pulled out the lightning gun and went down.
It's possible that his teammate rescued that lightning gun from the floor.
And we're back on Gwynplaine and his routes around the back leading up to this quad. Does a lot of damage. It's actually superb play. Really was very impressive.
So far, the power-up dominance being shown by Lemmings Effect, it doesn't really... I haven't seen many signs of l0wfly getting in on anything.
Margin of frags is 130 now. You know, it's a very critical time for l0wfly to start turning this around. Otherwise, you know, I'm a little bit worried for them.
Yeah, absolutely. So far, the closest we've seen them get to quad is hitting it as it was leaving the room. They need to have some quad pickups of their own.
I can just establish as well. That's how I'm worried for them. I'm not saying like, oh, I want them to win or something, but I would be worried for them being mercy limited.
Well, at the rate we're going...
It's almost 40 frags.
Yeah, I mean, at this rate, it would be a mercy limit if they can't turn this around.
It's never something we want to see.
No, I mean, I said at the start, both teams have shown good performances on this map in the competition, but you wouldn't think that, looking at the scores so far.
It's incredible play by Lemmings. It's something we've seen them do, just run over teams like they were nothing at times.
It is a great strength of theirs, the ability to know when to grow aggressive and really put the pressure on.
It's very much akin to some of the play we've seen from Deliberate Murder at times when they've been at their best.
Yeah.
And I think, you know, a potential third place / fourth place up for grabs here. Lemmings Effect. They go into a new season, improving further. They could be a real challenger for that top spot. Seasons to come, but let's keep following this. FRS. Quads up in 7 seconds. They're going to have to make a clever rush over to it. He could be in a position to challenge. Oh, drops right into that rocket. And Kinku taking the next quad. Wow, takes a lot of damage there, but the mega health's up for him.
There's still so many teammates behind him, yet he still takes all that damage. It's, you know, there must have not been enough pressure on where the shots were coming from.
They're really moving around as a team. That's always why it's so useful to have a guy moving in ahead of you, taking that entry damage, because he would have been killed there, and well, he is eventually.
Good railing from Empish.
I think it's.
What was that, double?
Yeah, it was, wasn't it? I think it does show that when you're looking at what's the most important weapons on this map, rail is definitely up there. So
yeah,
many
I think
positions,
so.
Open areas to rail from.
The red armor team as well should have an advantage on the rail, but it's not a total advantage. We still have to be careful that they have people positioned well to keep the enemy team away from it.
Still hovering around that 35 to 40 frag margin. Could take another power up to really start either making inroads into that or extending it. Kinko in a very dangerous position. That is a great drop down and rail shot, and look at that. Triple Six takes 2 rail shots in that. Oh, misses the shotgun though, misses the second shotgun. Eventually getting the frag.
The Triple Six really didn't hit much plasma. I mean, it looked like perhaps he would have done because he was so close, but really didn't.
30 frags is the difference anyway. Nice railing by Kinko. I mean, 7 impressives there for him. FRS though picking up the frag. He's got 8 impressives. See how much the rail's being used on this map. Quad up any second now. We didn't get the switch to it. But I think l0wfly got their first grab. Yeah, finally. Registered quad grab for them. This is the way back into the game for them. But we don't get to see it. There it is, Silencer. It's picked up 2 frags, and that's the third. He's going to get a 4th. The red armor as well. Very nice run so far.
Team secured the rail as well, so this is a very fruitful run for them. We need more of this though.
5 frags. And he finishes off with another frag after that. 28 frag difference. I'm glad they started to reel it in a little bit, make it a bit more competitive, because it was looking bad for them.
Yeah, it was up at 40 frags for difference, and now we're seeing...
In, I think that was.
Yeah, much more of a game now. Closed it into 25 frags for difference.
Could we see a big comeback from l0wfly? We saw it on the previous map. Lemmings effect coming back. They couldn't quite do it in the end, but...
We have Lemmings effect favourites for this map. It is their pick after all, but... You know, what a turnaround it would be in this final if you can take your enemy's map.
Quake rushing out with that lightning gun, picking up a very simple kill.
He's put it in the final, didn't I? Bronze final.
Bronze final. He's been doing very well playing on this map. But I feel like a lot of the advantages he's getting playing this, what is essentially a very simple role, a bit like we saw maybe playing Kinko, playing the underground role on Purgatory, a very set, fixed role in this sort of background of the gameplay. It's already been challenged, that's the issue for me, by l0wfly.
No, that's exactly what you need to do to throw him off this route. You know, this is a dangerous route he's running, and because every time he's coming across people, he's got good weapons, mega health to his name, armor.
Oh my god, that was a great little frag through the window, so efficient, taking out the railer just before he got railed. He's still got so much armor, so much health on that mega
everything.
Health. Lightning gun, he hasn't got any other weapons actually, interestingly.
Yeah, so he needs to be careful with his ammo. Otherwise he's not going to have anything other than machine gun and, well, rockets now as well. But there we go, some ammo for him, so just needs to find people. He can pick up more kills.
Wow, he could maybe get a couple of frags here. They go aggressive on him, it doesn't work out. 4 frags on the run. Very nice play by Gwynplaine.
There's good dodging. He stayed on the correct side of that passageway so that the guy with the rail from quad had no angle to shoot him.
3D dodging ball. His way back towards this yellow, trying to grab that on Silencer, just running into that rocket. Surprisingly, really. You can see how powerful this run route in this lower area is. With the amount of items around it, it is suitable for one person if they're not being fully challenged.
Yeah, you need to know the times of the items, and you need to try and knock them off this route, either by killing them or damaging them severely.
Well, he had the time with lightning gun then because he went for it as he was watching the yellow. The yellow sat in its spot, he grabbed that. He's going to get a second yellow here. Suddenly 100 armor. He's got rocket launcher. He's got
once again, you know,
shotgun.
He takes this next mega. I mean, how good's he going to be looking for quad? No one is challenging him for any of these items.
Machine gunner. Well, Triple Six has done a very good job there in the end. In fact, he gets the frag. I didn't even expect that.
And that's exactly what they have to do. Knew the time of the mega, they can ambush him there.
Nice LG from Triple Six as well. He could be Well, it's got the right weapon. Oh no! Misses out on it. Drops it to Gwynplaine. Came in off the spawn. Oh, Silencer missing the shotgun. Don't expect that from him.
He must have come through with the quad quicker than expected.
He was pretty rapid through that door, but even so, I mean, you just wouldn't expect Silencer to miss what is, for him, a pretty simple shotgun shot. They're starting to build that difference again.
Yeah, and it's all thanks to these quads. I mean, what have we seen? One quad so far from l0wfly, and on a map where quads can be so effective, and have been so effective, and the score difference isn't really that surprising.
How many times throughout the season have we talked about that? Or the power-up play is so important. It's been the decider in so many games.
Yeah, and Lemmings they've had decent quad setups, but I wouldn't say they've had completely locked down perfect quad setups. It's just in some occasions we haven't seen enough of a challenge, and they've picked up the quad cleanly, and that's always the key. Getting a clean quad maintains his armor and health, and he can rampage on this map.
It does look like l0wfly are really on the back foot there. Silencer just watching his teammates die before he moved in and picked up an avenging kill himself. Wow, somehow doesn't get any kill there. But Kinko does fall. Actually, Silencer playing a very clever game here, just surviving out as long as you can. That's exactly the way you want to play these areas. Give your teammates the time to move back in and help you attack. And look, it worked out quite well because eventually they got the red armor.
Yeah, indeed.
If he rushes in there and dies really quickly, then his team don't get the chance to move in. The other team gets a chance to set up and defend it properly. It's aggression then for FRS. He's so easily taken out by Lars, who takes out the second person there as well.
And that was a great push out by Lars to make sure that the Railer had no chance to shoot onto the quad.
And Gwynplaine can just steam around the map now, and not probably too much. I mean, there's Mega on its way. He could go for the yellows, the red's up on its spot. Don't know if he'll make that in time. Nope. Teammates grabbed it though. Nice little jump over the grenades, picking up the frag there. 50 frags is the margin. It's well and truly over this map then, Vor.
It certainly is. It's been all too easy for them as well, and it's been so easy because of their quad play.
Excellent.
Or maybe it's been so easy because of l0wfly's lack of quad play.
There was a short period in the middle game. l0wfly started to bring it back a bit. We thought, you know, there's potential here, and that actually was kind of on the back of their quad grabs and stronger quad play, but it really just hasn't materialised in the end, that comeback.
No, this is a crushing defeat, you have to say. I mean, 55 frags the difference at this stage, 2 minutes left.
Yeah, it was a comfortable win on Purgatory for Lemmings Effect, their first map pick. Second map pick, l0wfly, which they would expect to have a massive advantage on. They scraped a victory in the end.
Yeah, very, very close. I was not expecting such a close game on Terminus.
And then Limbo, second map pick for Lemmings Effect, very easy for them.
Yeah, far too easy.
So, I mean, we're going into that fourth map. There's one more quad remaining on this course, but that next map could be ever so important. I mean, if Lemmings Effect take that, they win. They get that bronze medal next to their name on ClanBase.
Yeah, I mean, it's l0wfly's pick. They must have some kind of advantage. I don't know what map it's going to be yet.
But the
But they'll
pressure's
be
going to be
hoping.
on.
Yeah, they have to win. They have to win and tie the series up.
And Lars with his final quad of the map, decimating all those that dare to challenge him. Because FRS couldn't even get a rocket shot away before Lars took him out.
Yeah, Lars has had some really good moments on every map so far. They're not been playing for them up until this stage. Certainly adapting no problem to this level of play.
Going to be worrying for l0wfly going into that fourth map just how difficult they found it. They must be miles behind the frag gap.
Yeah.
And I don't know, would they be feeling that confident after this kind of crushing defeat?
Don't think they can be. I mean, 71 frags now, the difference. Triple Sex doesn't want any of this. He's just stood still, waiting for the next map.
Red wins.
Look at that from Gwynplaine Disc running that route. He spent most of the game doing 48 net. That's not what you want to see if you're l0wfly.